Hey everybody, welcome back to Esoteric Ramblings. I'm Jesse Arnold, and I've got a pretty big toy review coming up for you. All right, welcome to Esoteric Ramblings. I've got another toy review for you today, and we've got five toys I'm going to be reviewing here, doing my take on these things today. So we'll start up first with, I'll kind of work my way up to my favorite one. So we will start off first with the Spider-Man Marvel Legends Retro Series, Gwen Stacy / Mary Jane figure. I got this figure mainly to put out with the Spider-Man Marvel Legends that I have. I've got I believe it's the original Spider-Man Retro Wave. So I've got Mary Jane here holding a Daily Bugle newspaper. And even though she looks like the Gwen Stacy body, it does come with a Gwen Stacy head, which is the main head on the figure, and a couple other accessories. Classy Trapper Keeper and Midtown High. I'm assuming it's a yearbook, I don't know. Yeah, so there's that. Pretty good figure overall. A little disappointed in the leg joints. Not that it's going to be getting a lot of pose. She's just going to be standing with the other Marvel Legends characters. But the plastic on the knees, when I went to bend the joints just to test them out, the pins on the side, like, it started to spread out. So not the best articulation, or at least plastic, on a Marvel Legend figure. Otherwise, the sculpt is great. I think the jacket and the street clothes are a nice touch. You got the classic retro colors there. And she's a little washed out in the lighting there. But yeah, I think overall it's a good figure, good stand-in for Mary Jane with Spider-Man, as opposed to the Jean Grey head I had on a different figure. So yeah, so that one finally came in from Big Bad Toy Store. Pre-ordered that a while ago. So there's that one. Up next was a bit of a surprise. This one wasn't necessarily originally planning on getting this, but when I saw it in person, I just thought it was too cool. This is the new, basically, repaint of Refractor as Scrapface from the Transformers War for Cybertron Siege Netflix series edition. So it comes in that nifty new white package. And it does come with, I thought this was cool, and I think I got one or two of the other ones from the Netflix line already, and I didn't realize this, so it is long gone in the trash. But it comes with a piece of Teletran 1 that you can put together. So I will throw this somewhere up in my Transformers display just to kind of give that effect of that look. But it's a pretty cool figure. It is essentially just a repaint. My other Refractor is way up on a shelf, and I did not feel like climbing a ladder tonight to get him down. But it's got some nice accents. That's kind of, I don't know if the camera's picking this up, but it's got a nice kind of sheen, metallic blue sheen and silver to it. It's really nice. So now I have two. I might have to eventually track down a third one. Doesn't matter to me which one, whether it's the original or another one like this, to do the combined build of the camera. But either way, I thought it was different enough, and since he had a different name as Scrapface, I thought it was a different enough figure to put out, different pose and everything. So it's a nice color difference to go with some of the other Decepticons. A little blast effect from one of the, oops, what are they? I'm not going to say the name because I'm going to get it wrong, and I don't want to upset anyone. But from one of the little mini, that is not staying in there. Battle Masters? No. Weaponizers maybe? I can never keep straight all the extra side lines and all these items. So yeah, I did not do the transformation on it, but any of these that I have done have been pretty smooth, pretty easy to follow, and look pretty good in their alt modes. But I've got a pretty big battle display going on, so he's going to go nicely up in there. All right, up next, it's really hard to decide. These next three are really cool. I guess I'll do the one I'm not taking out of the package, even though it's one of my favorite characters of all time. and which is weird because it's not a character I initially liked when I first met her in 2008, but she really grew on me, and it is the Ahsoka Tano Black Series Rebels repaint, repackage, that nice new box art to line up with the others, in the back with the individual series numbering on the back. So I guess the Rebels characters will all have their own line of numbering. Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, they'll all have their own 1 through whatever. So Ahsoka is number 7. I don't know how well this is going to pick up on the camera. Oh, you're getting some reflections of the other stuff in there. But the face is really good. I will try to do a cutaway into this to compare with the original, which I do have out. But the face paint on this one wasn't so bad, but the new detailing on it is great. It's essentially the same figure. Looks like it's all the same parts. The lightsabers are the same. All the molding is the same. It's the same color palette, but it looks like slightly tweaked on some of the arm pieces, and the face especially looks a lot better. Looks like there's a little more metallic hints on the figure. It's a really cool one. And again, just try to hold that up there. I'll do a zoom in again. But yeah, really cool figure. This one will probably go on the wall, especially if I can track down that Walmart exclusive Rebels edition of her later this year. All right, up next, this one might actually be the coolest one out of the set today, in my opinion, but I do have one that just kind of trumps it. We'll come back to that. So I'll show first off the packaging. Of course, it's the Super 7 Ultimates, ThunderCats Ultimates Lion-O shipper box. And then I gotta say, I'm not usually a huge fan on keeping the packaging, but this is pretty nice with that metallic foil stamp on the logo and the way the box slides up with that little cutout there. Really nice internal design. I like when they give a little more than just the simple color insert there. And it's got some original poster art on the back and a description of Lion-O. So this is really cool packaging. Might have to find a way. I was a little disappointed in that it came a little dinged, even though it was in the shipper box, and the shipper box is fine. But I do have a Chitara on order for next year. So maybe her box will be in a little better condition, and I'll put one of them out behind the figures as a display. So, to the man himself, there is Lion-O Super 7 Ultimates. Got him in kind of a charging battle pose here with the claw shield. He's got a lot of cool accessories. The claw shield, it's got a little black insert paint on there. The knuckles are a metallic gold, and it's got the fur pattern. He's got 2 different styles of the claw shield. You've got his kind of aggressive fighter face there. The fully extended Sword of Omens. And cool thing is his shorts are kind of a stretchy fabric, and not fabric, but plastic. So you can get his legs to pose a little better than if it had been like a solid skull piece. And there's a split down there. Yes, I'm showing off a toy's crotch to allow for some movement and everything, which, you know, once posed, you won't really see that unless it's a clear shelf and you get under it. So yeah, really cool figure. The articulation is pretty solid. The joints are nice. The pins are really big and really obvious, which makes positioning this arm a little awkward if you put it like straight on, kind of a thing. But it's great. I will take a little bit of loss of detail smoothness there for the quality. Really nice, solid. Can actually bring the arms in for like a cross chest two-handed pose here. If I can do it on the camera here real quick. So it's not the best, but yeah. I had it better earlier when I was playing around with it. But yeah, you can get like a two-handed effect there. It looks pretty nice. Arms are sculpted around the chest in a way that it allows it to come in nicely. So really nice joints, really good, tight. I do have, the only other Super 7 I have is the Masters of the Universe Sorceress, and she is really loose. Her joints, like you bump the shelf too much and she just kind of wobbles all over the place. So I was really worried about him, and I got that secondhand off eBay. So I was really worried about Lino, but he came in pretty solid, really pleased with this. And he came with a lot of accessories. So you had the kind of fight snarl face, then he's got like the classic just calm face. Would have been nice if this had a little bit of a smile to it, maybe just a twinge of an expression, so just completely blank. But the detail's really nice. Here's the other claw shield for that design. And I was a little, I can't say I was disappointed, but it was a little weird that, so you've got the metallic one, and the metallic one has removable, like the dagger form of the Sword of Omens with the eye starting to open. And, you know, it slides down in there. And they both have the pin to go on the belt. There's a pin there that this kind of just snaps onto. But yeah, so for the furry or the fur detailed claw, you can either put it on his arm, it's got the joint to replace the hand, or it's the one on the belt with the hilt in. There's no version where it can just be on the belt if he doesn't have the sword. And then there's the two shinier gold ones with a little bit of the black insert there for the detail. And it's like got that smoother full sheen metallic there, and like I said, the one the dagger comes out of. That would have been nice if these two were exactly the same with the removable eye, and they would have just left it blank. Like I didn't need two daggers, but that one's just permanently in there. It doesn't come out, just molded down in. But you know, I'll probably never change that up too much, so I'm not going to complain too hard. He does come with two sets of hands. There's the, let's see, the sword hands, the hands to hold left and right, and just kind of the open, relaxed palm kind of claw left and right. And he does come with two sets of the sword hands. I don't know if that's, I can't tell any difference between them. Maybe someone out there might know, but it looks exactly the same to me. But yeah, maybe in case they break or you lose one, I don't know. So it's nice to have a second set. Just not sure if I was missing out on something there. And last but not least, it does come with a Book of Omens. It does not open or anything, but it's a nice little artifact from the show to have out. So yeah, that's the Super 7 Lion-O. And that brings me to the last and final one. I apologize if this makes noise. It is very sensitive to touch. The Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Sinoceratops. I think, was it Savage Strike, or I don't remember what the, again, specific line detail is. This is a great looking dinosaur. Nice, chunky, heavy head, all the horn details, the holes through the crest here, really great. So much detail on this. It's probably going to make a noise here. That does have like the cool action for it. For anyone that is interested, you can twist the tail. And get the head movement action there. I just really love the detail on this face. It's really great. For some reason, like a lot of the Jurassic World and Jurassic Park figures from Mattel, minor complaint, but every so often there's one little bit that doesn't get painted. So you have all these other horns painted on the crest and the head, but then on either side, this one got missed. And of course the toenails are just, you know, the basic color, but I really love this figure. It's nice and big, solid. And I did not know the Sinoceratops species prior to these toys coming out. So when the original one came out a couple of years ago for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, it was green. It did not have the horn on the nose. It just kind of had like that bump. And I learned that that is actually the PachyRhinosaurus, as opposed to this being the actual Sinoceratops. So, yeah, a little nerd tidbit there if you didn't already know that. So yeah, that's my rundown for today for toy reviews. Scrapface from Transformers War for Cybertron Siege, the Netflix edition. The Gwen Stacy, Mary Jane Marvel Legends. The new Black Series Ahsoka Tano with the new packaging, new face paint app. Lion-O from Super 7 from ThunderCats Ultimate Series. And the Sinoceratops from Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous and Mattel. So there it is. That's my toy review. Thanks for the comments on the last ones. If you have any other questions or anything you want to let me know, correct me, give me some information that I missed out, let me know. And that's it. I'll be back with a ramble later this week for my Comic Haul Rundown. And that last episode of Ted Lasso really kind of knocked me for a loop. So I'll more on that next time. So that's it for my toy review ramble. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment, hit a like, share it, whatever it is, and I'll catch you next time.